Hey, what's up guys? I've been using FSD 12.5 for a few days now, and I wanted to make a comparison video against 12.3.6 to see how FSD 12.5 has improved, what things have stayed the same. We're going to be hitting a couple of different areas around the city. It's probably going to be a pretty lengthy drive, so I'm going to be jumping around a lot in this video just so that we can cover a lot of bases. Alright, so we're leaving Costco right now. And I have the navigation set to take us back into Georgetown, so we're supposed to be making a right-hand turn. I think we're going to come back here a little bit later and try to make try to go the opposite way and see if we can make it do a left turn here where it's not supposed to. But we're making a right turn. This is where, if you recall from a previous video, it got completely lost because it stayed in this right turn only lane, which this time it's not doing that. This is really awesome. It's immediately getting over. Nice. Going right through the intersection. It hesitated a little bit because of that yellow, but it did proceed through there. That was great. Awesome. Really, really nice to see that that has been fixed. Alright, we're heading up through Georgetown right now, the downtown area. You can see on the navigation we're supposed to be making a right turn up here. And this particular road is actually closed. Well, it's not completely closed. It's down to one lane, or one way, I should say. And the navigation loves to route down this way, which normally isn't a problem, but because of the construction you can't actually turn right. Now let's see how it does. So it's got its indicator on to turn right. This doesn't look good yet. It's slowing down. It's preparing to make, yeah, alright, we're not doing that. And you can even see the FSD, the little gray line after I disengaged was showing it was trying to turn. Alright, really confident making that lane change. It's great to see. That's been an issue for a while, where it turns on its indicator and then it sort of flip-flops back and forth, and sometimes will ride in the middle between the two lanes while it determines which lane it wants to be in. Sometimes it's worse than others. That time it was really good. Overall, I've noticed that 12.5 is definitely improved in that area. Way more confident making lane changes, and committing really is the issue. Alright, so we're pulling onto this road historically, so you can see that speed limit sign was 30, and yeah, now we're doing 39. Historically, this has been an issue, and it's still a problem. Going way too fast on this street. Alright, so we're coming up to a turn that we did a while ago in another video. It's a construction area, and the car made an immediate right into a blocked lane by cones. So I'm curious to see how it handles this time in 12.5. See if there's anything different. Alright, so we are turning into that blocked lane, but it looks like there's a cone that's down, kind of in the middle of the lane. So we can't actually go. It's just kind of sitting here for a minute. Alright, it is going to go into the appropriate lane. So, I mean, that was better. It wasn't exactly a one-for-one though, because the lane wasn't knocked down the last time we came through here, so it's hard to say whether or not this is 12.5 performing better than 12.3.6 or it just got fortunate and had a better situation. Alright, we're making a right turn here. Really confident through there. Turned yellow, but the car didn't hesitate at all. Just kept right on going. Really smooth through there. That's nice to see. Alright, so we're slowing down. That was not good. Alright, I had to press on the accelerator a little bit. It started slowing down as if it was going to stop for that light, which was bagged. That was really, really odd. It's never done that before in 12.3.6. That light has been bagged for several weeks. So that's frustrating. That's new with 12.5. Now we're doing the U-turn lane. Oh, okay, and it's just going to completely miss that. Well, that wasn't good. Alright, that's frustrating. 12.3.6 has done that U-turn lane multiple times. It's never missed it before. So that's new with 12.5. It is interesting, on a couple of other drives that I've done previous to this, it has missed a number of turns. And it's not the navigation data being bad. It's simply that the car is just ignoring the navigation data, and it's either not making the appropriate turn, or it's just making a different turn. I was even in a parking lot the other day. Well, it wasn't a parking lot, it was a service road, and the navigation was saying to go right, and it just decided, no, I'm going to go left. And then the navigation obviously rerouted. It didn't actually make sense. It wasn't saving any time. It's just kind of odd. And then another time, the other day, I was driving to the airport, and we were heading along, and all of a sudden it just gets off the highway and into a U-turn lane, which was not where we wanted to go. Navigation data was definitely not telling it to do that. So that's frustrating. 12.5 seems to have an issue following the navigation. So we are coming up to that Starbucks lane, the infamous Starbucks lane with the curb that the car loves to jump on. We're creeping along really slowly here. That's fine. Let's see how it does. Nice. This is the best it's done by far. That's awesome. So before, it would go off onto the left, go over the curb, and then it would just get stuck over either in the delivery where that van is, or it would just go the one-way street, and then I would have to disengage the system. So this is much better. We are pulling into this natural grocers. We're waiting for this car to go by and moving over, and then we're pulling into the natural grocers. Perfect. All right. It needs to turn a lot more than this. Okay, what is it doing? What? All right. I had to disengage there. It was like just getting stuck on that curb. Man, that was really bad. I've come to this natural grocers dozens of times on 12.3.6, and I've never had an issue pulling into this parking lot. That's a new one with 12.5. Bummer. All right, so you probably can't actually tell, but right now the brake pedal is like spasming like crazy. It is rocking the car a little bit, not a lot. It's more noticeable to me than probably anybody else. I doubt that anybody outside the car can tell, and you probably can't tell from the video. But this is a new one with 12.5. I've noticed that it's been doing this actually a lot, not just at this intersection, but at others, regardless of whether the light is green or not. It seems to be worse when the light is green and we're still stopped, like in a situation like this, but it also does it when it's red. And some intersections, it doesn't really do it much at all. And in some, it's really bad. And this isn't a safety issue at all. It's more just a strange behavior that I'm seeing with 12.5. Alright, so this lane ends. It's a right turn only. There's our speed limit sign, and there's our sign that says the lane ends. So at this point, the car should be decelerating to get behind this car. Instead, it's going to accelerate right next to it. And alright, now we're in the paint that's actually on the lane that's saying that the lane is ending, and the car just now decided to get over. Alright, so same behavior as 12.3.6, no improvement there. Alright, we're creeping out here. Really impressive that it saw that car coming down the hill was actually in a turn lane. So it saw that it was safe to go. Alright, so the speed limit is 60 miles an hour right now, and we're doing 52. This has never been an issue before in 12.3.6. 12.3.6, if anything, it would go too fast. It would be doing like 70 right here. And now it's going too slow. But obviously, I had no trouble going 9 over in that other area. I don't know why on this state highway it's having such a problem. This is very odd behavior. It is interesting, on a drive earlier than this, right now we're in the automatic speed offset. But I did have, there's our speed limit's updated to 65. Yeah, not really any change from the car. Still going slow. All right, now we're doing like 12 under. But anyways, I had the automatic speed offset turned off, but it was still doing the same. It was still doing 50 miles an hour. And I could not make it go faster. I tried raising to 65, even to 70, and it just stayed at 50. It just would not go faster on this road. And it's so strange. So we're coming up on a road. You might remember it from a previous video. We were actually coming from the opposite direction though. Unfortunately, it looks like that was closed. But this is where, instead of going left in the correct lane, it tried to make an immediate left on this road right up here that we're coming up to, the one way. Basically turning into oncoming traffic. So I was hoping to test this again. It looks like the whole road is actually closed now, so we can't test that again. But let's just see what 12.5 does here. All right, that was good. I was a little bit concerned it was just gonna kind of pull up to the road close sign and just sit there, but it did not. That was perfect. All right, we're accelerating up here. You can see that there's that old double yellow, but it's not worrying too much about that. We got these cones up here. It's closing this lane. Let's see. The car's not putting its indicator on, but it is really smoothly getting over into the one lane. Now we've gotten all kinds of weather on this drive. One thing that I have noticed, and it might be complete coincidence, but the windshield wipers seem to be working better in the rain. I have seen a couple of false positives where it's gone when it's been bone dry, but every time that I've driven in the rain in the last couple days, which actually has rained almost every day, the windshield wipers have been performing great. Not really FSD related, but definitely a win. So we are leaving Costco parking lot again for the second time today. This time we're going the opposite direction. Unfortunately, it does have its indicator on, so it's still gonna try to go all the way around. Yep, alright, I'm disengaging. We're gonna go the other way. Alright, yep, that was bad. Same behavior as 12.3.6, no change there. We are gonna be getting on this highway up here. So far, so good. In previous versions, it would just sit in that right lane until about here, and then it would scramble to get over. That was much better. Got all the way over and then immediately got onto the on-ramp. Alright, so we're making a right turn up here. Looks like a railroad crossing. Slowing down a little bit to make its turn. Got some yield signs. Nice. Car's still moving, really confident. That was awesome. Not really sure that was necessarily better than 12.3.6, but just super confident. That was awesome. There's a sign saying that this lane is a right turn only. Again, the car's not even picking up the signage on the road, and it's just gonna stay here. Okay, this isn't good. Wow. Alright, that was really bad. I've never actually driven on this particular road in 12.3.6, so I don't know if this is worse or not. I mean, similar behavior though that I've seen before where it doesn't read those signs and it just stays in the lane until it's too late. That particular situation was actually pretty dangerous because that car could have assumed that because I was going to turn that they could have just pulled out. So that was really bad. 12.5 has definitely gotten much better. I will say that. Super confident with the lane changes, early lane changes for the highways. That's really good. I'm not stressed about them getting on the highway anymore. No curb mounting, both at the Starbucks lane and then also that Costco exit. I did a really great job of, well, it shouldn't have been making the left turn in the first place, but it did make an effort to go around the curb, so that was great. So far, better construction outcomes. I can't say for sure whether or not it's actually better than 12.3.6 because the two places that I tested, the construction had changed. Still can't read the no turn signs. Still is speeding like crazy. Really don't like that. I mean, I know that that's a bit subjective, but I mean, 10 over, like a lot of police cars will pull you over for that, and I'm not really a fan of getting tickets. Can't read lane ending signs or turn right only signs. That's still obviously a problem. It did stop for that bag traffic light. That is new in 12.5. A little bit disappointing. I feel like we regressed a little bit there. It used to do that in previous versions. That was fixed in 12.3.6. And then also this issue where it seems to ignore navigation and just makes either incorrect turns or completely misses turns. Overall though, I think it has made progress. If you like this video, please hit that subscribe button. That way I don't miss you in the next one. Cheers.